Hi everyone. Am I audible?
Hello and very good
Hi.
evening. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Am I audible?
Uh-huh, you are, you are.
So, hello and very good evening. I'm Kamna Pandey and I welcome you as our guest. And we are the host for our day, me and Kanchan. We welcome you to the 12th episode of Talk Without Constraint, an initiative of Project Vedana. So, before starting the discussion, let us brief
Yeah.
you about the organization and the project. So, Sarkari School is serving as a platform where the untold story of teachers, students, and other well wishers of government schools are celebrated. There are many kind of hearts who work day and night to make a school run and teach students to fly high, especially in the backward region of India. Schooling is still a rare gem for many children. There's no lack of people who are ready to make schooling possible for such areas, but no one outside ever gets to know about it. Apart from this, Sarkari school also takes up the mission to educate children.
Yes, Kamna. It was great hearing about the organization.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was great hearing about the organization. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So moving ahead, should I start with a brief introduction of myself?
Sure.
Yeah. So hi, I'm Samriddhi Sharma. I am a political science graduate from Jadavpur University, Calcutta, West Bengal. So I am currently engaged with the organization as the coordinator for the team. So this is it. It's great to be here. I hope we have a constructive, session today. Looking forward to the discussion. Yes.
Okay, so as you say, you are part of our organization, and we always organize the kind of workshops, webinars. So one of this is Talk Without Constraint, which in which you are guest today, and we both
Mm-hmm.
welcome you. So I will hand over to Kanchan for further questions, and hope.
Sure, sure. I hope we have a great conversation. Yes, Kanchan, please go ahead.
Um, Hello everyone. Samriddhi is a student of policy and I am enthusiast and your guest this week, a political science graduate from Jadavpur University. She hopes the state of menstruational health is no longer a problem and succeed in fighting against the stigma surrounding it. Let's smile, talk, educate and make this world for us all. So, my first questions for you is that, were you aware about periods before you had them the first time?
I certainly was. I had a preliminary idea about the whole concept. I didn't know about the details, of course, but I did know, okay, it was a thing, and yeah, I did have a preliminary idea.
Oh, then who taught you about it? Like someone else?
Uh, yeah, it was mainly through, conversations with my friends and peers back in school. It was a thing, right? We all have been there. Friends do talk about these stuff. So yeah, that's how I got to know.
So, how was your first experience when you got your periods?
Mine was a very chaotic experience. So I was basically traveling from Calcutta to Bangalore. I was on a train, and it kind of happened in during the journey. So it was a very, very, very chaotic experience as a whole. I was uh, panicking. So was my mom. We were all panicking. It was painful. It was weird. I hope that no one else goes through the kind of thing I went through. So yeah.
Okay. Are there any myth associated with periods followed at your own home?
Okay, so I can, if I speak about my home, we do have, so my parents are not very strict about the whole, period fiasco, but we do have certain rules. Just a couple of years back, even just a couple of years back, I was not allowed to enter our kitchen, okay? But we have gone, we have given away that rule as of, now, but I was not allowed to enter the kitchen, and I'm still not allowed to enter the puja room and do any sort of religious kuch bhi. Apart from that, no, nothing. And we are also told to not touch or not touch plants and stuff, if that's a thing in your household as well, right? We are told to not touch fruit bearing trees and plants in general. So yeah, that is what we do. I hope we will get away with this, and at least future may I hope I don't, uh, make my kids and my family members do it. My parents too have been working against it, and I hope we do better. Yeah, that is it.
Was a school or college infrastructure mensuration friendly?
No, it wasn't what I would call menstruation friendly. Not at least. I don't actually. My college just it just passed away during the whole COVID thing, so I can't really see much about my college years. But schoolmate was. I don't think we had much. We did have a separate dustbin for used pad wala section we had. That is all we had in our school. Nothing more. There were no extra pads kept in the cabinet, or there was a general atmosphere of hush around the whole subject of uh, periods and menstruation. So yeah, it wasn't really there. There was no infrastructure as such. I hope things are better now. I've been out for 3-4 years now. We school say, so I hope things are better, and my juniors are not facing the problems we faced, and things get better. And if you guys somehow associate with educational institutions, future में as teachers, principals, या फिर किसी भी उसमें, but I hope तभी you guys too will do something इस चीज के ऊपर, and future में किसी के साथ ना हो, that is it.
Somehow it's still there, though you have graduated 3 4 year back. Somehow in
Yeah.
some colleges it's still there. Yes, it is making progress little bit, but not at that kind of that washrooms are hygienic or sanitary
No,
napkins are
no.
available. These
That is a
things need to be worked
dream of
properly.
me. True. No, so I graduated
Yeah,
school
like
three,
in
four
my
years back.
college
College, so I
days.
graduated last year. There's nothing available. It's sad, but public institutions they need to invest more on this. Though the students are highly sensitized on the subject, and at least my classmates, both male and female, were all very helpful, were all very supportive, and um, I have been in situations where I was in dire need of, there is this girl code, right? We have this code amongst us girls. Ki if someone is going through it, everyone's ready to share kuch bhi, pads ho ya fir kuch bhi. We are so helpful
Right.
when, at least is subject mein we are also helpful. So that I did experience wo cheese college mein. My friends and my peers were all very helpful. But yeah, we have a long way to go. Yeah.
What do you think about tax application on sanitary pads?
So that okay, so the entire issue surrounding we call this the women tax, right? It is a huge area of debate, and there have been debates by leading think tanks and analysts and major figures on this subject. So ISICA section is the PAT tax, right? So I think we need to give away with it, and I would just like to reinstate my point about us having a long way to go, and we need to give away with it. As a student myself, as a student of uh, social sciences, or generally as a student and as a girl, I think we should give away with it. It's a part of uh, it is a basic necessity, right? I would like to ask you guys, it is a basic necessity, right? And you would agree कि it's pretty expensive. Even the basic ones, they start at 30, 28, 32 rupees per packet, right? And if we go for the good ones, they are above 40, 50, 60.
Cost.
That's where the good ones are at. And that is it. I think it's very expensive for all of us, and we have a long way to go. Yes, Kamana, were you saying
I
something?
think that's the thing that they have claimed that we have removed the taxes on the pads, but the still prices
No.
are still there.
It is
How the
very
people,
expensive.
yeah,
अब I don't know the whole production thing कि कितना जाता है कितना आता है ठीक है, and it's very juvenile of of me to say कि कम कर देना चाहिए without any मतलब further uh मतलब in research on the subject कि कितना जाता है. Production charge is a thing, marketing is a thing, there a lot goes into a product, right? I don't know उसके बारे में, but generally speaking how essential it is and how limited, not just for us, हम लोग तो we are the privileged we are the privileged class, right? There are people, I think we are very lucky कि at least we have been given uh, the space and the opportunity to study and go move ahead in life, and our parents have provided us with the basic toiletries and menstrual hygiene products, but there's a huge chunk of our population who are still facing this issue. And diseases के बारे में तो we have all read and heard, right? कि there's there are a lot of diseases associated with poor menstrual hygiene, and I have come across organizations एकदम particularly working on providing more or less free sanitary reusable pads and stuff, but a more concerted effort, better, I don't know, allocation of funds on the part of the organizations or the infrastructure dealing with this whole thing should be in place. And
I think it could only be
Okay.
possible when we start discussions on it. Like there's poverty, we discuss on it. There's hunger issues, we discuss about it.
hmm,
But
hmm,
we didn't discuss about this basic necessity of a woman, and we claim that we are empowering women. So I think we are not saying that you directly reduce the price or make the sanitary napkins free, because we know somehow it is in its raw material and production
hmm,
prices are going to.
hmm,
But there should be discussion on it how it can be make available to all the sector women, because basic hygiene is very much important, and there are a lot of
hmm,
infections happen, there are a lot of deaths also somehow happen because of
hmm.
these things, basic hygiene, so this need to be work on.
I know, and you know, the way you mentioned hunger and stuff. So listen, hunger is still an issue, right? Abhi bhi there are hunger index, if we look into it, it's still a very, very, very big problem. And abhi bhi we are dealing with the whole hunger thing, diseases होगा, HIV AIDS के साथ अभी भी there are certain countries अभी भी deal कर रहे हैं, बोला होगा, all these things we are still dealing with them, right? But वही है कि there needs to be greater communication, and this happens to be a very sensitive area, and एक section of the population they they're not even the women population पूरा को we educate them properly, and just a more sensitive approach towards the subject, more जैसे तुमने बोला more uh, communicate, I know, a more discussion through the panels बैठेंगे, if we speak, if we just the way Project Vedna is doing it, थोड़ा if we provide people with a platform to discuss on this subject, so maybe we'll go ahead and have greater या फिर थोड़ा impact, and someday things get better, and the way hunger is proclaimed as one of the most uh, important issue we are dealing with right now. I say this too becomes a cardinal point for the governments all around the world to to engage with, and we get away with this problem and move towards uh, greater problem, not greater problem, but problems ahead of this, right? We're still, it's 21st century 2023 में पहुंच गए, but we're still uh, facing this problem. एडुकेशन के लिए इस पूरे सब्जेक्ट में, या फिर सेंसिटाइजेशन हो गया, या फिर एलोकेशन ऑफ फंड्स, और allocation of product, kuch bhi. I hope we move ahead with this and yeah, but this Kanchan. Next question. Your mic is off.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it's
like
okay.
my question is that are you comfortable discussing menstruation with your family members? Like how sensitive and insensitive are the male member if your family when it comes to talking about period?
Um, I think my cousins and stuff, of course, it's very easy to talk about this with the female members of the family, but male members के साथ, even if they have a slight idea about the whole thing, it's very difficult to engage in, deep या फिर थोड़ा detailed conversation with them. कि it's they might know what it is, but I haven't really had a one-on-one, and there isn't much to talk about this, right? थोड़ा political issue हो जाता है, then we can sit and discuss कि, okay, this is this is that. But वैसे not really. We don't really sit and discuss about it, but I think they know more or less what is the whole thing, and I hope थोड़ा और बात हो और we could engage with it, but yeah, we could do better, but वैसे तो they are pretty okay with the topic. Yeah, sometimes I talk to them, या फिर there's no hush. At least there's no hush around the subject. If I am going through it, everyone in the house knows. And I'll make it a point कि सबको पता हो कि okay, I am going through it, and which at least it's not something I should hide or shy about. I should not feel shy about it, and I should be open about it, and that is how we sensitize them and uh, make way for a more open-minded culture in the family, I guess.
Okay. Have you ever missed your school due to periods?
Yeah, I have. So I have a condition called PCOS. So that can cause a lot of problems. Okay, it's related to your menstrual cycle. So उसके वजह से I used to get very painful uh, periods back in school. So yeah, I have actually missed schools and classes for periods.
Okay. According to you, what can be the possible reason for absentees and dropout during menstruation, and how can, as an individual, work for this issue?
So it depends on what section of the population, or what, are we talking about the urban population, the rural population, the low income, the middle class, the upper half of the population? It's a very subjective, sorry, it's a very broad topic, and I need to be very if I give you a very generalized answer, I think complexity of health complexity that comes with your menstrual cycle, that could be a possible reason for middle income families in urban areas or even in rural areas. I mean, the female population in general, that is one of the major issues, I guess, because I have seen my friends missing classes too due to this issue. Apart from that, I think the non-availability of sanitary pads is still a major issue it's faced by a major section of the population. I as a matter of fact, have seen many datas and stuff on people still using cloth as reusable cloth. It is now being promoted as a more eco-friendly option, but still, I'm not talking about the privileged people talking about the eco-friendly thing. I'm just trying to push forward the uh, perspective of someone who's unable to afford the other you know non-reusable alternative, the ones widely used by people. So I think non-availability of pads and health issues, and this is not something faced by a majority of women or girls who go through it, but I think uh, there's this general sense of weakness that accompanies your menstrual cycle. That too is a possible reason, not the health complexity, the general sense of weakness that comes with it. That too is a possible reason. Tell me what, according to you, are the other reasons? Nothing is coming up in my mind. Come now, Kanchan. What are the other reasons? और क्या क्या होता है?
I think you said correctly that lack of sanitary napkin is also one of the reason because
Hmm.
just a second.
Yeah, yeah. I
Kanchan,
think
you can move ahead. Actually, I'm having network.
yeah, yeah. Kanchan. So, what, according to you, are the possible reasons for people missing their
Yeah,
clothes?
as earlier said that the peoples are using clothes. That's correct. Even right now also, because
Hmm.
I'm from Bihar, so whenever I just go to the
Hmm.
my village area, and then I know that
Hmm.
people, and sometime I just go for a walk, and there I surroundings see the people are uses cloth and they just throw it like it's kind of very unconscious, like create the things in that, but what can we do, we just taught them, but again in like we can say in rural area it's again a things that
Hmm.
people are still using cloth instead of they know that how to use a pad and they know aware of about the pads, but again they are using the cloth just because of to save some kind of money, few money for that only, just they are doing this thing, but it's not a good because it can create a health problem. But like some of the women's, I'm not saying talking about the literate and illiterate, but mostly I see the in the village area the women's are quite go for to savings the money, for that they use the cloth, even that type of cloth with whatever they wear on their like on their body also, that type like you know in a petticoat they are using, because but I'm
Hmm.
an NSS student, so I just earlier like 2 day before I just go to the village of my college backside area. There's a women's and they're like a sarkari school also, so I just go and teach there about the pads, and also some of the like mothers of the children they said आप लोग तो बोल देते हो, आप लोग तो एक बार दे देते हो तो उससे नहीं ना हो जाएगा, like kind of what they are like
Hmm.
it's again we are a student, it's not possible to deliver everything every
Hmm.
time. We are not like a government worker so that we can just deliver
Hmm.
it. So they are
Hmm.
like आप लोग एक बार दे देते हो तो उससे नहीं ना हो जाएगा. It's okay, but the people, some of them like you are just saving money of 30 to 40, what you can do, you can spend much more when you just create a health problem, you have to spend much more than this. But so again it's a like we can say it's a big problem because here women are not able to understand that things.
Hmm.
I agree with
So,
her.
hmm.
The problem is due to ignorance also, that women often think that in our time we have used clothes
Hmm. Hmm.
and that doesn't create much issues. So what is the problem in current generation? Then why
Hmm.
are they so
Yeah.
much? So they are more like we have used it and we have used it very
Hmm.
properly. See, we are
It's tried
there.
and
We
tested
don't
wala
face any
concept
issues.
again.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that kind of thing is there. Ki people, especially women, if I say that they are like, ki, we have done it, it's not a
Hmm.
very big deal as it is presented. So I think that ignorance is also one of the reasons.
It is. It is. I think, yeah, financial issue, the price tag on the product, uh, health issues accompanying it, and yeah, a general sense of, what Kamna mentioned. That too is a thing. Just pushing your idea, your way of thinking on the younger generation. So yeah, those are the issues, Kanchan. What's the next question? And yeah, you're doing a good job, yeah, distributing and stuff. That's very impressive. I hope, हम भी engage कर पाते हैं ऐसी चीजों में directly. That's great, huh? Continue the good work.
The next question, like, how do you think should young teens take care about their hygiene and diet while menstruating?
Um, I think hydrating yourself is very important. Firstly, hydration is key here, and I think eating. mineral rich, vitamin rich khana, and I think we have gotten into this diet culture lately, and we shy away from carbs and fats. So usko diet mein rakhna, at least when you're going through this cycle. I mean, we are always in the loop, but still, just nourishing your body properly and drinking lots of water. uh, Raw fruits ho gaye, फिर green vegetables, leafy vegetables, just the usual rhetoric about eating healthy food. So that is it. I think that is what we're supposed to do in when you're going through periods and stuff. Apart from that, health and hygiene wise, I think hygiene ke liye you should change your, maintaining the hourly cap, just changing it in a few hours. I don't know what you guys follow. People have different opinions about the number of hours you can in the number of hours you should be changing your fats. So that is a very different topic. So just changing it on time and washing yourself properly, eating healthy, drinking a lot of water, and if you are craving something, I think we should give up to our cravings and eat and feel happy when we are going through it. I know I'm speaking this from a position of privilege, but we should eat properly wherever we are, whatever we are facing, and if we feel mentally burdened, or that it is a lot. It has a lot to do with hormones, right? So I think just talking with people, just engaging in a healthy conversation with people you're close to, that too helps a lot and soothes your mind and body. Hot packs can be used if you're facing back pain or cramps and stuff. Hot packs help a lot. It's personal experience. Apart from that, I think sweets and chocolates help you a lot. So yeah, that is all I have to say about this. Everyone has their cravings, so eating healthy and knowing what your body wants, that is important. Anything you would like to add,
The next
both of you?
same thing, like, but it's happened oppositely. Like, we don't want to eat healthy. We want like something tasty, something like junk food we like at
Mm-hmm.
that time, because we wants to change our mood. We want to swing our mood. That's
Yeah.
why. But it's important to take care of health because it can create a
Mm-hmm.
painful pain again.
Yeah, it's important to eat healthy. What's the next question?
Next question, like, how do you think a public place like school, courts, offices, railway, airport, etc.,
Huh?
can be truly
Huh?
menstruation, health, and hygiene friendly?
Yeah, so that again brings in the issue of government expenditure and building on our already set infrastructure. So, yeah, I think here we go again, a more concerted effort on the part of the ministry dealing with this subject. I don't know कौन सा ministry would be, but I think women empowerment and child wala. I think a lot is to be done. Railway stations हो गए, फिर public bathrooms in our universities, if it generally public bathrooms, in the market areas. So वहाँ पे installing sanitary section, I guess there should be box or something, installing other facilities, and even work leaves should be a thing, I believe. But yeah, nothing really is coming up, coming to my mind. So, Kamna, what do you think? Kanchan, you too. Give me a word or two so I could like build a,
Uh,
discussion on that.
Yeah, I'm just airport at the airport because whenever I just reached the earlier in the Bangalore airport, I see there is a like a menstruational pads things and everything is available in the washroom. You have to just go,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's a coin. You have to put 5 rupees coin, and the pad should come out
Mm-hmm.
from that. Even you can use it, and there is again in the second of that beside them there is like two throw out it. The means whenever the pad someone use, they just throw anywhere like in the dustbin also, but it's not like that. there is a, like you have to there is a something step written in the wall who have never who have never used that type kind of machines to distill it. So there is a like you have to see the sequence you have to
These
step
machines
into
are
it.
also
So it's
introduced in
again kind of
colleges
very
and
good.
No, that is the thing, na, ki airport is not, it's a very exclusive area, I guess. Not everyone gets to go to airports.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I think I would hardly go there once or twice in 3, 4 years, right? We don't go
I
to
know,
airports.
but just saying that there is
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, of course. Of course. I get that. I get that. But that is the thing, na, ki it should be made. It's great कि airports में we are coming up with things like that. I haven't seen it. So I think Bangalore में होगा, Calcutta में I haven't seen it. देखना पड़ेगा. लेकिन that is the thing, na, कि it should be more accessible to the common people. And I think firstly we should start it from educational institutions because it should be a stepping stone towards uh, a good field of investment and endeavors by the government. So I think yeah, installing it in mm, universities and schools and primary schools and stuff, and going ahead with other public arenas and making things better. I think just a dustbin, um, sort of I think a section where all the toiletries are available and. Yeah, I think a board where instructions are there, just like Kanchan mentioned, for people going, who are using it for the first time, and there should be symbols and signs too for those facing the problem in reading. So yeah, that is it, I guess. Hmm. What's the next question, Kanchan?
yeah. Next question is that, do you think there is a need to normalize discussion around menstruation? Give reason.
Of course, there is. So you asked me about how sensitive the men around my household, on this subject. So if I go by personal experience, that's a different thing, and a general need for moving ahead of the whole taboo and culture around this subject. So yeah, we have a long way to go. So recently, I think I was fortunate enough to have a discussion with an expert who's working on menstrual health and hygiene for quite a few years. So according to her, uh, the it all begins at the household level. It's the unit of it's the smallest unit you have, and that is where things begin. So I think talking about it, discussions, and just educating your kids, not just your girl, you're not just your daughters or sisters, but your sons and brothers too. Just educating them, even if it's just the scientific thing, just of the whole thing, just letting them know that this is how the thing works. And I think we can build on that in our education institutions, wherein they get to learn things in more detailed manner. And that is how I think we'll move ahead, and demand भी वैसे ही आएगा ना, if they know about the subject, if they have अच्छा base on that subject, तभी तो we get to engage with the other half of our population, right? That is how policies will be made, that is how infrastructures will be built, that is how papers will be written, that is how analysis will be done, and that is how research and work is going to be done, and that is how we'll move ahead of the problems you're facing right now. So yeah, I think educating them household level, see, then schools, colleges, and just engaging with the subject is gonna help us in the long run. So yeah, there is a dire need of educating and discussing about the subject, and giving up with the taboo and stigma surrounding the subject of menstruation, period health, and all our all our superstitions and stuff. So yeah, and yeah, Kanchan,
Uh,
I think I gave my answer.
yes, yes. Next question. How comfortable were you to talk about having periods in front of boys in your school? And do you feel boys should be educated about menstruation too?
So I didn't really have both culture. We didn't have boys and girls kaiki section in school. So school ka I really don't. I don't think I can say much. But college me, yeah, I think college me, my college people were pretty mature and I was comfortable. I never. That is what I'm saying. And I've never hushed around the subject of periods. So yeah, there hasn't been much problem I faced in this regard, but I'm sure there are people, who face this problem ki you're not allowed to speak about the subject with your male counterparts, and you're getting me right. So yeah, and what was the second half of the question, Kanchan? I think I missed it.
The question is according to you, what do you think
Uh-huh.
that boys should be educated about menstruation too or
Of
not?
course, that is what I'm trying to say. Ki they make the other half of our population, so of course they should know about it, at least the scientific part. See what is happening here, and now there have been objections regarding the age limit of the subject. Ki what is the right age when we should talk to our kids about this? So that is not my area to give a comment on, but I think class 8 may we have a whole section on reproduction, right? We have all been there. So tabhi if we could let them know, and usse pehle if you want to talk with your kids regarding that, so ghar mein if you do, and wahan pe if school mein they get a more broader, more detailed uh, explanation about the whole thing, then yeah, of course, everyone should be educated, not just the boys, the girl, not just boys or girls or people identifying as something else.
Okay. Lastly, what message would you
Mhm.
like to give to young menstruators and the youth?
Okay. So me as a 21-year-old older sister or your peer or older sister, I think just don't shy around the subject. It's something we all go through, and I hope there are good people around you who will make you feel at ease with all the changes your body is going through right now. The chances are that looks slim you'll come across this video anytime soon or anything like that. But I hope you do, and you accept your body, you accept to, you learn to love your body, nourish it, stay healthy, stay happy, and yes, try and spread awareness about the subject. If you face any physical problem, any physical discomfort while going through it, communicate it with your parents, your mom, your papa, your grandparents, or anyone you're comfortable sharing it with, your teachers, and people you know. So I think that is all I have to say. Do you have anything to add to that, Kamna and Kanchan? Nothing? Like what is your message to
Nothing.
young girls?
I think I agree with you because
Uh,
there are people who start, I know personally that they start like very become cranky when the periods happen, and they are like, why this
everyone
is
does, yeah.
happening? Why
We
this
all are
happening?
cranky.
Yeah. So like they hate, but at that time they
So
start
it's
hating themselves
important
like
to
why.
aware the message more and
It
more.
is.
Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
that need to be very because you should love the body and plus you should own it, not something as it is a very hush hush topic or shy topic. You
Yeah.
should be silent about it. It's not something very unpure thing that you cannot discuss.
Yeah.
It is a very part of your body. It is
Natural
natural.
cycle, exactly. It's very
Yeah.
natural.
So you should be not shy away from talking or be very
Mm-hmm.
like why this happening. Definitely it happened
Mm-hmm.
to us also why this
Yeah.
is happening, but still it's a process and we have to accept it.
Uh, And I think there also needs to be, we also need more. Okay, so yeah, this is from a very personal, experience. I'm saying this. Ki, we also generally menstruation ka discussion and all is important. Of course, it's fine. We need to discuss the subject, but also health complexities and we may just the way I have PCOS, right? There are other issues like this too. I think we have what is it called? What do we call that? So we have PCOS, PCOD, and there are other issues too pertaining to your menstrual cycle. So thyroid and stuff, right? They too have, I think, problem. Yeah. So
There
I
is
think,
one more, I'm forgetting its name.
yeah, I too. I think it's thyroid or PCOS, and there's something else. मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है. But I think उसके बारे में भी we should educate girls and people in general because I didn't know anything about it. Suddenly एक ultrasound के बाद में the doctor told me कि okay, this is what you're going through and this is a lifetime problem, and you can't go away with it. It's going to be there for you. You'll go through the whole thing uh, when even when you'll be 50. So just I think educating them ki what it is and how we got to nurture and keep our body healthy even if you are going through a problem like this that too is an important subject, and I think uske bhi around engagement hona chahiye, just educating them about complexities that might uh, be related to your menstrual health, or I mean if it might the health complexity might affect your menstrual cycles and stuff. So yeah, thoda awareness wahan pe bhi I think is very important, and I hope we work us direction mein bhi kabhi, and yeah, that is it. Kanchan, would you like to add something?
Sure. No, it's
Okay.
same things because I
Okay.
literally also know these three mostly PCOD, PCOS, thyroid.
Yeah, I think but there are, of course there are a lot of it, I guess. लेकिन look, हमें भी नहीं पता अभी मैं लेक्चर देने वाली थी, मुझे याद नहीं आया. So that is the thing, no, we need more awareness about this subject. So that is it, I think.
And
Are we like yeah, that was the last question, right? So I think we're done.
Yeah.
uh,
So we are
yeah.
extremely delighted
So,
to listen you.
lastly, uh, lastly, I would like to ask about the feedback if you liked the session.
Sure, sure. It's a great session. I think it's Kanchan's first session. So, yeah, welcome to the team. I hope you do a good job. And Kamna, as always, you've done a great job. So, yeah, Kamna was going ahead with the thank you uh, section. So, yes, please go ahead. Thank you, Kanchan. Yes, Kamna.
Yeah, so it was
Okay, yes,
amazing to hear
you
you
can.
because you are
Hmm?
as you are part of this project and been continuously hearing the other people experience. So it was a great
Mm-hmm.
experience for us to listen you this time. That what was your
Mm-hmm.
experience? What do you think about it? And um, I agree with you. Like you say, we need to move on from these topics to more wider topics. It's not like it's
Mm-hmm.
a very small topic. We are not considering it, but we need to move on because we are in now it's 2023 and we're still stuck on that thing which we were a very long time ago. So it's
Mm-hmm.
really need to be progressed.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one in which you say that there are a lot of menstrual uh, disease also happen to you, and I think women need to be aware of it because many women
Mm-hmm.
also like us also didn't know many of them.
Yeah, it's
So
basically conditions
yeah,
related to your menstrual health or that might affect that might have an effect on your menstrual health. Yeah.
yeah, so we need to be aware of it. So it was very
Mm-hmm.
great to be hear you, and
Yeah.
I hope we as a team is will in future also aware people and aware ourselves also about many things which we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening, y'all. Have a great week ahead. I hope we make thoda sa bhi changes somewhere in the future, and we do kuch at least we should contribute something positive and worthwhile is the environment way, and I hope we do a good job. Thank you. Have a great evening. Have a great week. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Shall we?